All right, so Charlie Lee. Matter of fact, this I need a little clip from the blockchain song. Stand by.
Well, I'm a crypto hunter, one bad trader, got my trapdoor suitcase under my arm. I got some LTC thanks to Charlie Lee and my machines to get my mining done.
Since we're talking about Charlie Lee, gotta give credit's due. His name's thrown in one of our parody songs. Charlie, this is for you. So here we go. Twitter. Although at Fluffy Pony was kidding here, I think it would be good for Litecoin and Monero, two of the top non-scam coins, to work together. A while back, I proposed to him that we work on making it easy for people to do on-chain atomic swaps of Litecoin and XMR, which is their symbol, of course, for Monero, in a decentralized way. Again, such a productive few days. Finally got to sit down with Satoshi Light, which is Charlie Lee, and talk about a possible merger between the Litecoin Enterprise Alliance and the Monero Enterprise Alliance, which we'd previously called the LAMEA, etc. Down here. I believe this to be a win-win as it makes Litecoin Monero interoperable, gives user access to LTC's liquidity. LTC is on close to all exchanges, and gives LTC users easy access to anonymity and fungibility of Monero. Of course, it will take some work for atomic swaps to work properly on Monero, and it's up to Monero devs and community to decide if this is a good idea. If this happens, I think it's going to be huge, but no longer an unexpected surprise. Now, do you remember the 4 things Charlie Lee said? There are 3 things to deal with when dealing with a deadly crocodile. Rule number 1, I'm number 1. Rule number 2, the croc is number 2. Now, before we get started, what about rule 3? Oh, what, kid? Come on, I'm just working here. So you don't know rule 3? Joe Dirt, the alligator scene. Remember, Charlie Lee said there's 4 things in 2018 that are really cool surprises, and he rattled off, an online trading community exchange or whatever, kind of like which we figured out was that one exchange, not the exchange, but the what the heck was it? It's like an eBay without any fees. And you could do it through Litecoin payments and whatnot. There were some other things. But then he said, and then finally, one huge surprise. And he wouldn't say what it was. Now, you see this last line? If this happens, I think it's going to be huge, but no longer an unexpected surprise. Is that the huge surprise he was actually alluding to? The answer actually could be no, it's not. There is actually a super surprise coming. Or he just threw out there that this was the big surprise. And again, have you seen the prices of Monero from when it started off, where it's at these days? You get the, again, I'm telling you why my freaking portfolio for the millionth time is so massively lopsided with Litecoin. I mean, more lopsided than anybody's portfolio should be. Mine is in Litecoin. Said this a million times, and I will say it again. On a different note, and you can check this guy out on Steemit. Okay, RR Handle. This guy's been sharing me stuff from time to time, charts like this, these wave cycles and stuff, time cycles, all kinds of stuff. And I gotta say, I haven't really done a video yet, but some of the stuff he's sending me has my attention. And at this point in time, I'm not going to make a claim of anything. We expect a huge top at this point. I'm not going to say that. But I will say some of the stuff this guy's been sending me has been pretty damn close to accurate, if not accurate as hell. So for this study, I used 3 cycles, which had the highest Pearson ratios of the top 100 cycles. When all 3 cycles sync up, a high or low should be expected. Not necessarily every single time, but again, from some of the stuff he's been sharing with me over the last couple of 2-3 months now, it got my attention. That's why I'm sharing it with you. The cycles used were the 58.70, 47.64, and 55.10. Cycles of this length do not sync up very often. The actual highs and lows are highlighted in yellow. You can eyeball the correlation between the cycle clusters and the actual highs and lows. So you can see this is, crypto chart. Looks like, what has he got? This, Bitcoin to US dollar. This is usually what he sends me, is Bitcoin chart. So here's Bitcoin. And again, look at these. This is December. And February is right down here. But it looks like, let's see, excuse me, this is that them out there? I think our kids might be here, possibly. Anyway, so I think that's December 2014, February 15th, March. So anyways, let's kind of go over this. The actual highs and lows are highlighted in yellow. You can eyeball the correlation between the cycle clusters and the actual highs and lows. This, again, I'm not sure what does it say, what year? I'm trying to look at this. I mean, his year says 2033. Maybe it's just some reason for charting. The daily. I mean, you can see it's close. And his email to me basically says cycles predict a move higher starting on January 16th. He's reiterating what he sent me last time. On January 16th with a plus or minus 10-day trade window. The latest the rally can get underway would have been middle of last week. The high of this rally should be before February 20th. Again, a plus or minus 10-day trading window. And I saw something else somebody sent me, not this guy, that was saying February 16th, and they showed me on that PDF file that they sent me why they thought it'd be the 16th or thereabouts. Again, a little bit of a plus or minus day or so, a few days, but it was the 16th. So I then sent it to him, or maybe I took his and sent it to the other guy, vice versa. I can't remember now, to say, hey, this other guy sent me this, check this out with his cycles. And it basically is ramping up, I shouldn't say ramping up, these two things combined, one of which I'm not showing you here, but are saying on or about February 16th, yeah, plus or minus several days, could be the next high. It also could just be not necessarily the new high. In other words, Bitcoin's over $20,000, but it could be, okay, where were we at in January? And we've broken all through that, and now we're at a higher point. Maybe not the high, but this is what he's saying. He says, look, Bitcoin is now showing a steady climb higher. So I am officially claiming, this is him, the rally is on. If you have extra cash lying around, it is time to invest it. Please refer to my post on Steemit, Rob, and I just posted it. This is it. And his little disclaimer, which I'll read you. Futures, Forex, and option trading involve substantial risk and may not be suitable for everyone. You can lose everything. Trading should not only be done with true risk capital. Trading should only be done with true risk capital. Past performance, either actual or hypothetical, is not necessarily indicative of future performance. But on that note, let's just keep looking down at his chart work here. So this is 7/25 of 2016. This middle one here, and again, these little circles that are yellow are, again, this doesn't mean a new all-time high, as you can see, because this circle up here is not as high as this one over here, which, again, strangely enough, we have the top of this wave up here. So down, and then we have this movement. Up again, we've got a high from this low here anyways, but not a new all-time high, obviously. We've got some action here that's not really doing anything, and then we come up here, but he's not marking it. We've got another high up here. Anyways, scroll down. Again, I don't know why this date is way off. He must have just been plugging away at something, but at the top here. But January 2018. So this is January the 16th. And again, I'm telling you right now, he's been sending me charts like this for the past few months. We've been having just bare minimal conversations. Hey, appreciate it. Send me some more when you get some more. And he has been. I thank him for that, by the way, Rob. So I've already seen this chart a while back. And I'll be damned, I wasn't bold enough to come out here on YouTube to say something yet. Like, hey guys, there could be a nice dip around the 16th of January. I'm not ready to say that. Not at the time. It's too new to me. So, funny enough, we had a nice big blast off here in December, as we all saw. then this big sell-off, and then it came into a worse sell-off as we got into January. Here's his stuff, and look how closely these ones are lining. Like you see back here where these are not quite aligned. Up here, these are way off. All three colors, they're a bit closer here, right? Not quite as close, but here's some of these two are close, right? And it just seems like sometimes when these overlap and are close, they seem to be more accurate, if you ask me. So here we are. This is the latest. This right here, again, December, fall off, January, middle of January. It happened. We've got now February 20th, on or about, again, plus or minus several days. He says about 10 days fluctuation possibility. So that could also mean literally February 10th, which is an interesting date, by the way. The psychic guy did say February 8th was coming to him. He also talked about the Coinbase thing. And then we have this Robinhood coin exchange coming out that might freaking do away with Coinbase, which is kind of what he was alluding to. Or that Coinbase will get its act together, and then we're not going to have these problems where you try to buy on Coinbase and you can't buy because they don't have the freaking coins, even though they should, you know. And they may get their act together. One way or the other, I give credit when I see credit needs to be given. So this particular guy, Rob, is saying right here, February 20th, on or about, that could be, 10 days according to him, plus or minus. You go back 12 days, we have February 8th, which is the day the psychic guy said on or about that time frame. We ought to see a real nice rally taking place. He also said that, don't hold me to this. We're going to do an experiment. Don't grill the guy if he gets it wrong. If it's wrong, hey, psychic dude, I appreciate you coming on to my show that one time I brought you on. But you missed it, and thanks, but no thank. I appreciate you, but didn't work out. That's all he was asking for. He didn't, Joe, go put me on YouTube. He didn't even ask for that. I know a lot of you are into that woo-woo stuff like me. What the hell? I'll share it with you. So anyways, that's what it's looking like. But we have a pullback around the end of March. Plus or minus, you guessed it, 10 days, which could mean into April, 10 days out, roughly, or let's call it March 19th. Also keep in mind, because I've been watching his stuff here, I'm going to go right back to this one. We had a high, these three up here were high, and we can say, even though he didn't circle it, somewhere over here is when this happened. The downward part of the wave, the bottom, he did circle it. Hey, the wave says it should be low. It did. The wave goes up, but look at how it went up. What these waves are not suggesting to you, I want to make it clear, is that this is automatically means a new all-time high. It does not. All it suggests is there was a sell-off right over here at the bottom, and then it went back up over here. That's all he's suggesting. And it looks like it's accurate if you take it that way. Look at this over here, right? These waves just mean highs and lows of a particular span of time. It doesn't mean all-time highs or all-time lows. It just means that things have been rallying, get ready for a pullback. Okay, the pullback has happened, get ready for a rally again. That's all it means. And if this stuff stands out and continues to work, you're going to be able to get in and get out, get in and get out, get in and get out, get in and get out numerous times on all kinds of cryptos. This particular one he focuses on, though, is Bitcoin. So this is very interesting. Updates are posted in the OSS Nightly Indicators newsletter, which is here. This is his site. You can subscribe. This guy's been sharing this for free to me, by the way. Another way to view these cycles is to combine them into one cycle. It can be done quite profitable to trade the cycle by going long at the bottoms and selling at the top. But remember, it does not, listen to me, does not always work. Those of you effing trolls who do this every single time and miss one of them, don't you dare come out here and talk shit on my channel. Banned for life. I don't have time for your crap. You got people who follow Trader J's calls, making tons of money, and then badmouth the guy in the next speech. Unbelievable. This has nothing to do with Trader J. This is not Trader Boss. Anyways, this does not always work, but it does work a lot. Other indicators should be employed in combination with these cycles. I'll talk about the indicators I find the best in another report. So again, he's just showing you. Here's some other ones. Check it out. And the issue, though, is like, for example, here. Let's say you've nailed this one and you got out and sold off at the high up over here, right? You might have been buying back in over here. or down here with this move. Riding it back up here when in fact this was coming. The thing is with the wave cycles, you might be able to better gauge when the better time to sell off was or when the better time to get back in was. But again, there's several days of window where this thing can go. So again, it's not going to be easy. This isn't like cakewalk. Oh, I'll get in and get, But I do find interesting things like this that jive with other things that I study to be fascinating enough that at some point when I've determined I need to share this with my people, that I feel comfortable at least sharing you that there should be something to this, not just some hocus pocus nonsense one time. And that's why I'm sharing this with you. So I'm going to link the Steemit thing here. And he does have his little subscription service. I haven't, he's been sharing it with me for free. It's $49 a month, or it looks like $89 quarterly. So you'll get 3 months for $90 instead of $50 for 2 months. Or no, what is it? Monthly 2-week trial. Monthly versus quarterly. Yeah, so 1 month, $50, or 3 months for $90. It makes more sense if you do that. Again, he's been sending me several of these. Haven't shown you really anything yet. I always want to at least verify something before I share it with you. I don't want you following me off into a black hole somewhere. Oh, that one didn't work. Sorry, guys, But with the psychic guy, I was real clear. Hey, he has no track record with me. But he did tell me something a few days ago about a couple of coins, Flowcoin and Triggers. And damn it, I'm over here watching Flowcoin from days and days and days ago when he told me about it. Hadn't heard it anywhere on the internet, the psychic guy I'm talking about. And that damn thing's up significantly from when he told me. I'm willing to now share that with my people. Even though the disclaimer is, who the hell knows if this guy's going to be right? Let's just wait till March. This guy says around the second week of March. Around the 8th, etc. We get into that second week of March. You should be pleasantly surprised in the crypto world. So that's why I brought him on. If it doesn't work out, I won't need to bring him on. Why? Why would I bring someone to you that failed? Here's a, hey, that guy's back in, failed again. Hey, he failed again. Hey, third time, I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not wasting my time. I'm not going to waste their time. But the guy has said some pretty interesting stuff, especially with the damn Coinbase thing recently, in which only 3 days ago, roughly, there was news about this exchange coming out, this Robinhood thing with no fees. And you could use dollars and even other stocks in the stock market to trade for cryptos. They may have just made Coinbase irrelevant unless Coinbase gets its act together and allows you to make a purchase, get your freaking coin the same day you paid for it, and stop this nonsense about when the markets are crashing and we want to flood in there and buy some, you can't get any. How the hell does a market crash if you can't even buy any? Doesn't make sense, does it? But that was Coinbase for you. So we will see. I want to share that with you. Take care.